Hey family, I had to come back on here. Excuse me, I was sitting up here eating sunflower seeds watching this other video download. So I know my lips probably look like they turned inside out, but Mama was sitting up here fucking up some sunflower seeds and some tiki punch. So but while I was doing that, I started thinking, you know, and I began to write, and I write better than I can talk, y'all. I mean, I took creative writing in school, so I'm big on writing and stuff like that. But anyway, I was sitting up here and I was thinking about this whole situation and this whole scenario, and I'm like, you know what? And I started reading some of the blogs. I watched a couple of you guys' videos in reference to this. And I said, you know what? This shit is so goddamn fake and phony. And motherfuckers is so, I mean, they are on Fantasia's soapbox. I mean, tough. Like, ain't nobody ever done shit. And this shit is ridiculous because so many people are living foul and wild and done so many goddamn things and got so many skeletons in their closet and shit that they wouldn't dare, unleash. There's so many secrets that a lot of us is just, basically going to, take into the grave. And to pass judgment on this young lady over some shit that been done 10 times fold is bullshit to me. I mean, this shit is way out. I mean, I'm sitting up here reading shit, and I'm like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. So I begin to write. So I'm going to kick out some of these questions. How many of you pushing fraudulent degrees? It's a whole bunch of people doing that, but a lot of people won't admit it though. How many of you are lying about who you really are on the internet? How many of you, well, now that, let me say this, now that, DNA and shit is so tough now, but children that were born before the mid-90s, let's say before 1990, how many of you have all your children and raising them yourself? How many of you, your mama got them? How many of you, your mama raising your kids? Huh? How many of you, wow. How many of you right now still in cable? Running a motherfucking cord for electricity. How many of you motherfuckers done actually cut the gas back on after the motherfucker came and cut the shit off? Think about it, right? How many of you, especially my brothers, because y'all roll around here in these badass cars and all this kind of shit, and ladies, we pull up to the light, we see them looking, we looking at them, they looking at us. But what we don't see in the car, but this motherfucker saying he got 2 or 3 kids, where the car seats at, motherfucker? Where's the car seat at in your car? Do you own one? Okay? Because when a man is driving and he ain't got no motherfucking car seat in the back seat of his car and he got a child under 5 years old, that let you know his visitation is real fucked up. But let him tell it, she won't let me see my How many of you done slept with the pastor, the deacon, the one that's driving the church bus? How many of you guys are actually being real honest with how much you really making? And how many of you are really paying your tithes? How many of you use somebody else's kids for your tax purposes? Okay. How many of you expunge your criminal record to get a better job? How many of you actors, actresses, musicians, done a little casting couch? How many of you put a little ass on the market to feed your children, to save your home, or to keep your ass out of the weather? How many of you frauded the welfare? Okay? Knowing your motherfucking ass is on Section 8, but yet you got Larry's ass staying there until it's time for the inspection, and he get on for a couple days, but yet then he come back and bring his shit back and put it back in the closet. How many of y'all selling food stamps? Huh? Yeah, okay. How many of y'all motherfuckers is getting what they call child care payments from the government? But you know goddamn well your mama keeping your kids or nene down the street is keeping them and y'all sharing the money? How many of y'all got that going on? Yeah, okay. But everybody on Fantasia's ass right now, right? Yeah. Okay. How many of you guys actually pay for that goddamn seasoning salt? How many of y'all pay for shit like nutmeg for them sweet potato pies and shit for the holidays? Motherfucking little bitty ass condiment jar. It's about that big. How many of y'all motherfuckers really pay for that shit? Black pepper. Little bitty ass little things like that. But everybody's Christians. Ain't nobody done shit. Everybody is just walking in straight and narrow. Ain't nobody done nothing, right? Yeah, okay. How many of you motherfuckers know that pastor, that everybody running down there to the church, you know this motherfucker got a pass. You know his shit is sideways, but yet and still, you still going to that church every Sunday. Bible study, this and that study, working in the senior circle and working in the sewing circle. And how many of you motherfuckers really paid for them tags on that goddamn car you driving? Because I know a whole gang of motherfuckers took tags off of other cars and put them on their own and started driving that motherfucker like it's their own shit. Hell, I even know some motherfuckers that went as far as whiting out, what do you call it? An insurance slip. Like the motherfuckers really got insurance, whited it out, put in a new date, and put that shit in their car so in case the police pull them motherfuckers over, they really got insurance when they asses really don't have it. Show that shit to the DMV to go get their cars registered and shit. How many motherfuckers y'all know done that? Okay. How many of y'all actually lost custody of y'all kids? Because, you know, some people say they got 4 kids, 5 kids, this, that, and the other, but you don't hear but one in the background all the goddamn time. I ain't gonna say no names, but it's always one child in the background, but yet, don't you got about 4 or 5 motherfucking kids? Where is everybody? And it's quiet as fuck in the house. Huh? What you hiding? Yeah, okay. Oh, they're at mama house. All right. How many of you guys really have premarital sex and gonna really put the shit out there? I don't give a fuck if it's oral sex or whatever, but you getting down like that though. Having sex over the internet or cyber sex or whatever the shit. I don't know what the get down is, whatever you want to call it. But how many of y'all really doing that but ain't being honest about it? But everybody's on her ass for this bullshit that she done. Only difference between her and the rest of our motherfucking asses is the fact that she on TV, and we on motherfucking YouTube. Okay. Yeah. But we on Fantasia's ass, right?